Hey everybody, Jason here of GhostbustersNews.com, and as always, Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. And today I'm back and we're taking a look at the brand new Ghostbusters Proton Pack and Proton Blaster from Hasbro. In this review, it has been a long time coming. We first saw these back in early 2020. But of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife got delayed multiple times, which means the Proton Pack and Blaster also got delayed. Now, despite me obviously not being the target demographic, the target audience when it comes to these new items here, I'm pretty excited to actually finally have them in hand. And one thing to note when it comes to both the Proton Pack and the Proton Blaster is they're actually sold separately in stores. Well, despite them being actually sold separately, they're not going to break the bank at all. The Proton Pack is only 15 bucks, the Blaster is only 15 bucks, meaning you can actually grab both of these for only $30. And I think one of the reasons they actually decided to sell the Blaster separately is because Hasbro actually has two different blasters out on the market right now. This one, which is kind of like the introductory one, and then there's also this guy, which is the Proton Blaster Mod. And this one here comes complete with both lights and sounds. If you would like a better look at this one, be sure to check out the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel tomorrow. So first here, we're going to take a look at the Proton Pack. And while this pack is certainly based around the Proton Packs that are seen in the Ghostbusters movies, it's been done in a blue color, which will certainly give longtime fans memories of the old school Real Ghostbusters Kenner Proton Pack. But yeah, for a $15 Proton Pack for kids, the detail on this is actually really good. They have taken some liberties here, like adding the No Ghost logo and also caution striping on the bumper, but they did do a pretty good job at painting in the actual cyclotron lights red. There is no ribbon cable, but you can see there is a silver ribbon cable clamp. We've got a uniquely colored sticker inside the power cell there on the left-hand side. Like, I totally loved that original Kenner Real Ghostbusters Proton Pack when I was a kid, but if you gave me this back in the 80s, I probably would have lost my mind because, once again, it is so much more like what we saw in the actual Ghostbusters movie. I'm not saying I don't love that Kenner Proton Pack, because I do. I do really love that Kenner Proton Pack. In fact, Hasbro, you got your Kenner Classics line, re-release that Proton Pack. Now, some fans have voiced a concern and a lot of criticism towards the fact that this Proton Pack is actually hollow. Like, flipping it around here, this is what's on the other side. Aside from the blue straps, there's really not too much to see here. But once again, this pack is made for kids and it's only $15. I can't see too many kids actually caring over the fact that this side of the Proton Pack is hollow. Now, moving on here, we've got ourselves the Proton Blaster. And I really didn't talk about too much of the packaging there when it came to the Proton Pack, because there really wasn't all that much packaging there with that Proton Pack. But you can see here with the Proton Blaster, the actual box art and everything is very similar to what we've seen with like all the other roleplay items that we've been taking a look at recently, like the Ghost Whistle and the PKE meter, and as well the recently released Ghostbusters Fright Feature toy line. So I've got the Proton Blaster, the Neutrino Wand, out of the box and in my hand here, and first impressions is this thing is really, really small. But you know what? That does make sense because, once again, it's made for kids. Now, despite being small, though, the actual detail work on here is really good. We've got like all the small like gray buttons there. Lots of small little details too that have been worked into the actual sculpt, like the vents. We even have this really adorable black clipboard. Now, all those buttons that you are seeing on here, they are 100% just for show. They don't do anything whatsoever. But there is one really cool action feature that this Proton Blaster does have. You see, much like in the original Ghostbusters film, you can actually turn the gun barrel here. All you gotta do is just grab a hold of it and start turning. And in doing that, you'll see the Proton Blast actually circle around. It's a really cool feature that as a kid, I would have like lost my mind over. Now, turning the wand upside down, we don't have a V-hook or anything like that. In fact, we have instructions. Okay? And now that we have those instructions out of there, you're going to see that there's actually a hole here at the bottom. And what you do with that is you'll see there's a little hook here on the Proton Pack. You can hook the wand right onto the pack. And you know what? Hasbro, they are not stopping there, because you've probably already noticed on the other side of the pack, there's an additional little hook here. And that's actually made for either the brand new Ghostbusters Ghost Whistle or the brand new Ghostbusters PKE Shocker. And all you got to do for those items is just put a little bit of pressure and they snap right into place. Wow, I mean, honestly, attaching all these pieces together, it gives off such a cool look, such a cool vibe, and any Junior Ghostbusters fan would love to have this. And I do want to stress Junior Ghostbuster here, because a quick heads up, yes, there are adjustable straps on this thing, but this pack is certainly made for that younger Ghostbusters fan in mind. I tried putting this pack on, and no, it didn't work. Once again, the straps, they're a little too small for, you know, a 30-something-year-old man. And if you've got a Junior Ghostbuster at home, well, quick heads up, we have links down below in this video's description where you can click them and buy your very own Proton pack, your Proton blaster, your own ghost whistle, PKE shocker, really whatever you want to buy today. So guys, that does it for this video. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube. Bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. We have a link to that down below in this video's description. And I'll see everybody right back here next time.
Till they see it for themselves and they need an assist. Until they purchase all our services. Fees are high, but we got bills to pay. The tank's on all the time, and there's something in the basement. Face it, paranoia's right. When you're at your weekend